Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Starstruck, this webinar series that we started a couple of weeks back. It's great to see that you all are enjoying it. Today, we are really happy to have Shenaz Treasury with us.
Hi, guys.
You all are aware of she's, of course, been into various fields in terms of starting her career as a model, an actor. She's now into travel vlogging. So yeah, it should be a great next 45 odd minutes. You have the opportunity to interact with her, ask her your questions that you want to. So in the Q&A area that you have, please do send in your questions, and I will try my best to ask her all the questions that come. So that's going to be the format. So Shanaz, we will come to the travel and your vlogging piece soon, but just wanted to start off by asking you, how was it when you got into the media industry, into VJing, all of that? The initial period, was it tough? How was it easy? Just give us some views, please.
It was great.
No, but did you face any challenges, or was it simple?
I have to say that I think in life, you have to go with, like, things just actually happen. So things don't happen as you plan. So just like right now, we didn't plan for this coronavirus to happen. It just happened. So things like that in life, things happen. And sometimes you plan something and something else happens. So I never actually planned to be a VJ. Actually, I wanted to be behind the camera. I wanted to be a director, producer. And it so happened that I kind of became, I joined MTV as a production person. And then it happened that they were like, oh, you're really great at just chatting and talking. So that's how I became a VJ. So everything in my life is just actually, if you go with the flow, I feel if you go with the flow, whatever's meant to happen, happens. But you just have to accept and just kind of not fight it. Sometimes you fight it and you're like, oh no, I want this to happen, but actually some other opportunity is coming up and that may actually be better for you. So you got to slip into that. And so I feel like going with the flow is what's really helped me in life. So even actually doing what I'm doing now, making content for travel, I was acting and I was living in America for 7 years and I was acting there, but it was up and down and challenging auditions. So I was kind of tired of going auditions, working to get work. It was really frustrating. And then I realized I'm really great. And I wanted to make travel shows, but it was challenging to get the travel shows on air to TV companies. And then I was like, oh, I can just do this for social media. So I started making content for social media. And now, touch wood, I get more views on my Instagram travel and other content that I make than TV channels get on their content. So that's pretty amazing that we can do that now. 10 years ago, we couldn't do that.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I think the transition into the various ways in which you could communicate with people, especially through the social media channels, I think has made life much simpler for people in that sense. In fact, we've now got the first question, which is come from the audience. Shanaz, if I can ask you that. Rohit Bijur wants to know, what about India? Which is your favorite destination here?
Well, I love traveling to India. I think so many. I mean, Himachal is so beautiful. Rajasthan is so beautiful. Kerala is so beautiful. And they're also different. Like Rajasthan, you feel like you've gone 500 years back in time sometimes when you go to those melas. It's like storybook India. What you see in stories with like old, Havelis and forts. And then you go to Kerala and it's beautiful backwaters and so green. And then you go to, Himachal or like up north and there's beautiful mountains. Rishikesh I love as well because I just like that whole like yoga vibe and it's so beautiful by the Ganga to do yoga and just like get little cafes. Of course, everyone loves Goa. So now I just have named every place. Yeah.
So, Rohit, you got your answer there. It's very difficult to choose. There are so many locations in India, but I think she's named a few. Shanaz, Nilesh Rane wants to ask you. He says a travel blogger seems like a fun vocation, but what is the flip side? What are the negatives?
There's no real negative. It's really fun. It's like if anybody actually can do it, and I consider myself so blessed and so lucky that I'm able to do it, there is really, I don't see any negative side, and I don't even want to look for one. It's great. Yes, it gets exhausting traveling all the time, and sometimes you just want to put that, the camera away and just enjoy the place. And I do that. So I have specific times when I shoot. Like I don't really shoot that much after dark, and I keep it like, okay, I will not shoot on particular days. But then, of course, when you're traveling, you see so much and so many different new things, and then you're like, oh my god, I have to shoot that. So that feeling sometimes is like, but then I can't complain. I mean, who has this amazing life to travel around the world and just see different cultures and countries and be able to make a good living out of it? I'm blessed. Can't wait to go back to
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We as bankers and all of the people who work generally, we have to take holidays and take leaves.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
We look forward to it. Absolutely envious of your vocation. Okay, we've got the next question as well. Amit Chopra wants to know, post lockdown, which is the first destination that you plan to go to and why?
I don't know. It depends on where there's no corona. Like where I can go. Like I'll go to a green zone. I think I'll stick around in India for a little bit because I want to be sure that my parents are safe and I can come back quickly if anything happens. But I don't know. I love the beach, and I'm also craving the mountains. So I haven't really made a decision as yet. Do you have any suggestions?
Well, if you haven't been to...
to drive to because I'm in Bombay. But the mountains sound really nice and inviting right now.
I'm sure you may have done Kovalam as well, but that's a great beach as well.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, the next question comes from Harsh, who wants to know which is your favorite global cuisine?
That's a tough one. My favorite global cuisine. Actually, I love Thai food. Thai food is really great. And I love Korean food. Now I'm going to give it 5. I like Thai. I love Korean. I love Jamaican. Jamaican food is really tasty. Peruvian food with all the ceviches. Mexican with all the tacos. Yeah, it's difficult to choose one, but if I really have to choose one, I would say Thai. Because who doesn't love Thai food? Thai food is so good. It's kind of has, Indian people love Thai food because it has that rice and it's chili and curries and vegetables. I'm mostly vegetarian, so it's great. All the salads.
All right. The next question is from Mayank Rana, and he wants to know, did you reconnect with yourself through your journeys? Can you share one story that got you overwhelmed?
Reconnect with myself. I'm always reconnecting with myself because especially when you travel alone, the thing about traveling alone is you really get to know yourself. You feel very independent. You feel self-reliant. So actually, like, it's not so traveling is actually the best education you can get. So I feel that I have connected with myself through travel over the years. And anytime in the beginning, I used to use it as, before I started doing this whole travel vlogging thing, I've always been traveling. And I think I always used it as an escape thing. So if something was not really great happening in Bombay, say I went through a breakup or something, I always went off when I traveled, and I always felt like I was reconnecting with myself, feeling more independent, getting in touch with who I was. So travel is great for that.
Okay. Majo K says he wants to ask, any plans to come out with a travel book based on your travel experience? We would love to read that.
How sweet. Yeah, sure. I would love to. Actually, I am writing a book at the moment. It's called All He Left Me Was a Recipe, but it's not about travel so much. It's a book about breakups. So it's like this girl, and it's part fact, part fiction, and it should come out by the end of this year or next year on Valentine's Day. And Penguin has bought the rights to it, and I hope it will actually become a show as well. So maybe after this book, I'll write a travel book. But this book is yeah, it's about a girl's relationships with the opposite sex. Every chapter is a different relationship, and at the end of it is a recipe, life recipe and food recipe.
Oh, fantastic! Sounds really interesting. So everybody watching this webinar, please ensure that you grab yourself a copy of this as soon as it's out. Sounds like a very, very interesting book, and wish you the very best with that.
Was a recipe.
Great. The next question is from Shivek. He says, which is your retirement destination? So the question was your retirement destination. I'm just wondering whether you'll have retirement at all in this kind of a career. I mean, why do you need to retire? You can travel, continuously.
I switched 5 careers, by the way, right now. So I just want to say, who knows what I'll be doing at 60. But yeah, I've had 5 careers. I started off as a model, then I became a VJ. Wait, maybe 6. Because I started as a model, then I became a production person. Then I was a VJ, then I was an actor, and then now I'm a travel content creator. Oh, in between I wrote a screenplay, and now I am writing a book as well. So who knows? Like, just like I said, you just flow and do different things. I like to do different creative things. But retirement plan, I don't know. Maybe I'm hoping that by the time I'm older, and this is a great business idea for one of you 500 people, to start a fancy old people's home. So like in Bali or somewhere pretty, but somewhere tropical. So not like, I don't want to live anywhere cold. I used to live in New York for 7 years. I'm done. I even gave up my green card. I'm done with that kind of climate. And I also like this side of the world for the people, So yeah, somewhere tropical and beautiful and kind of like a fun old people's home would be a good retirement plan. Where you can meet other old people. And I read this article in the New Yorker which said like old people are in old retirement homes in America having the time of their lives and falling in love and like having really great fun. So I don't know. We don't have anything like that in India. And I think it's a good business opportunity.
I think it's a good idea. We don't have anything as exotic as what you're.
Yeah, it's like a fun, right. Like almost like a hotel, like a fancy, fun, not too expensive, please. And remember to say you got the idea.
And I think
if you make it.
And I think you can't call it the old aged home if it's so much fun. So you'll have to change the name as well.
It should be like for like older people, older creative people. Maybe there should be a nice little fun.
Okay.
Thing. Yeah.
Interesting idea.
So.
Okay. Utyo wants to know. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I'm still stuck on this.
I was saying, Utyo wants to know, looking at the current situation of the world, what do you think what is your view? Will traveling ever be the same or will it change significantly?
I hope once the vaccine comes out, everything is back to normal. That's what I'm hoping. Everyone's saying that everything's going to change and, things are not going to be the same. But if once the vaccine comes out, why should it be different? Till the vaccine comes out, I think we're going to have to social distance, be careful, even on airplanes, it's recycled air. So that's going to be challenging till the vaccine comes out. But after that, I hope it doesn't change. Yeah.
Yes, and we are hoping that the vaccine
comes back to our normal lives. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Vijay Nitrakar wants to know, which was your most thrilling past travel experience, and did you have any unexpected occurrence which you could share?
My most thrilling travel experience. I mean, everything. It's very hard to put superlatives to experiences because every experience is different. So you can't be like, this was the most thrilling, this was the most exciting, this was the most, It's hard. But I can tell you about different ones. Like I went to Machu Picchu in Peru. That was pretty cool. Just being, if you go to my Instagram, you'll see the videos. If you go to my YouTube, you'll see the videos. It was really incredible because I always wanted to go to Machu Picchu. And it's even more beautiful when you actually see it in person. So that was a big thrill. I went to Medellin, they call it Medellin, Colombia, which is supposed to be one of the most dangerous places in the world. And I went alone. So again, that makes me feel like, oh, that's cool. Like I went there and nothing happened. I was safe, but it was also very cool and beautiful. I interacted with amazing people. So that was really cool. And so when you go to a place which is a little dangerous, but you have a great time, that's quite thrilling as well.
Yeah. Daring Shenaz, I must say, to venture to a city all alone like that. But that's the fun of it.
And even went to Mexico City, which was really cool, which is also supposed to be dangerous and stuff. And it was such a cool city. It was one of my favorite cities, actually. Food was great, the people were great, the music, the vibe of that place was just a lot of energy. I loved Mexico City, yeah.
Okay.